the TV viewers a warm welcome. This is a very special program that you are about to witness, and that is part of our sports talkies. Last month, April, the last week, there was talk about a football team that became a talking town, especially for Goa. It was at an all India level, but it was more so concentrated for Goa and Goans, who we know is part and parcel of their daily lives. And if there was a concentration on a team which was not from Goa, but it was from Orissa, we do not even know their players, but we knew one person who was their guide, their mentor, and their leader, who as the first Indian coach led an ISL club to the victory, and a victory is a super victory in a super hero cup held in Kerala. We are fortunate that this hero is here with us today, and also along with this team, Orissa Football Club, there was another Goan, a very bright future for Goa and Goans, and we are also fortunate that we have the player also. We welcome in a very, very special way our own coach, Clifford Miranda. Clifford Miranda, my mogacho yokar baba tuka.
Thank you.
Tosos amso great midfielder, attacking midfielder. Zozanasa Burgo, only 23, 24 years. आणि म्हाका दिसता ताका फुडार बरोच आहा फुडें आनी एक दीस तो इंडियेच्या व्हडल्या टिमीक हेवतलो, ल्हान टिमीक, यूथ टिमीक हेवलोलो आहा आनी म्हाका दिसता की we can depend on this boy from Bethalba team to scale greater and bigger heights. Once again, we welcome this player, and he is none other than Princeton Rebelo. My mogacho yokar baba Princeton. दोगोय तुम्ही बेतालबातींचे, दोगोय तुम्ही उंचयल्या पावंड्यार पावल्या, बेतालबातींच न्हय, आख्ख्या गोंयांत, आख्ख्या इंडियेक तुम्ही सारके शायन जाल्ले आसा. बाब आमगेलो व्हडलो कोच क्लिफर्ड, पयलेच फावट तुका म्हाका दिसता चड टायम तुका मेळोंक ना प्लेयरां कडेन उलोवपाक आनी टीम घडपाक, कित्याक दुसरो कोच आसलोलो तो गेलो आनी तुका हेड कोच म्हूण केलो, तोरी टायम तोरी कमी आसलोलो, तुवें ही टिमीक सारके टॉपार कशी पावयली?
It's in the end, it's the players who play, no? It's not, we can only guide them. I always say, we can only guide the players in a certain way, but it all depends on the players and the way how they want to acquire that knowledge, acquire that information, and whether they can transform that information into results on the pitch. You know, it's always the players who play. We can only guide them in a certain way. But
you are very humble, I must say. You are very humble because under the old coach who was there, they didn't perform so well, so creditably like you have done. You almost produced a miracle.
Like I said, I don't play football. It's the players who play football, and it depends. We as coaches depends on the players for results. You know, of course, we can guide them and we can show them a plan, but the success of the plan depends on the players.
Yeah, but then if there was a good catalyst, I mean a chemical reaction for zatzalari, oxygen produce zatzalari, a catalyst galpa jayo. That catalyst accelerates the reaction. You have been an accelerator.
Yeah, but sometimes it what do you call it? It decelerates as well. You know, it can have negative this. But like I said, yeah, I did help them. We did help them. Me and my coaching staff did help the players to realize the potential, to realize their potential of what they can achieve and what this particular tournament can mean to them and for the club. And I'm glad and I'm so happy that they accepted, they realized the moment, and we could achieve something worthwhile for everyone, for the club, for the fans, for the players, and for me as well.
Clifford, normally we have got this tendency, to bail coach, to boraha, yeah. I'm an Indian coach, me patle, kit kotle. You have proved everybody wrong.
I'm glad that that we won, you know. But like I always say, and this is my belief, that the most important thing is the process. Once we follow the process in a particular way, in the correct way, we are very close. Of course, we are not. Success is not guaranteed, but we are very close to being successful. And like I said, for me, the most important thing is following the process, following the way how I see football, and then giving the players the right information, and just making sure that they are ready for the job.
You proved twice what you are. One, you have won the Hero Super Cup, and later on, you qualified for the AFC Cup at the now bigger global stage. So it was not a fluke. It was a very well project that you had in your mind, and that proved a success. Kit tori tuka magic ko aha.
No, it is never a fluke. Success is never a fluke. It's a combination of both hard work, dedication, and a bit of determination of what you want to become. So, like I said, the momentum was with us. Once we once we cleared the group stage, we cleared the semi-finals, we won the finals, and then there was this momentum going in our favor, which could also be detrimental because it could go the other ways. Because normally when you win a final, you always tend to drop down, tend to take it a little bit easy. But thankfully, the players were there. The players realized the occasion as to where they can go with this particular match, which can lead them into Asia. And I'm, like I said, I'm so glad.
You're now going on a bigger stage.
Yeah, I'm so glad that the club, could achieve success, and now are qualified to play in Asia.
Princeton, tu he ololo ata. A40, Orissa in the Super Cup. Jikla tumi. Magir fude coachan tumga ani ku fude marg dakhvelo and tingai tumi shine zala. Kohe tuga disle.
First of all, it's a proud moment for all of us, like especially Coach Clifford. He has been extremely well because he always motivated everyone. It's not easy for an Indian coach to hang up, coordinate with a professional team, but he managed it because he's not less than a foreigner. And for me, he's always been supportive and he always been there for me. And that's the reason I've been in Orissa, and he believed in me, and I was with FC Goa. I didn't get game time this year, but then I had to make a move and I played under him. And when I went there, I felt a bit different, strange, but he was there to support me. And finally in the Super
But
Cup,
you also have been shining for Odisha.
yeah, it's like yeah,
As a midfielder, it's quite a responsibility, heavy duty job that you have, and you have performed superbly well.
yeah, it's the belief, when you get the belief from the coaches, the management, the staff that they show towards the player, it's easy for the player to perform well. You get that freedom to perform, and he has shown that freedom in me. Like, he told me to just play my game, and I've been playing, and I know it's been a huge moment for me, like, to play this Super Cup, because I played all the matches, and I know I could have done better, but I'm doing it, so it's been a pleasure.
You are just 24 now. There's a bright future ahead for you. What are your plans?
As you know, we never know what our plans are, but step by step, I want to make it big.
Yeah, this year up to the end of this season 224, you have to be with Odisha.
Yeah, I'm with Orissa. Well, I never know what is next for me, but my plan is to make it to the senior team now, because I've been played for all India levels.
Yeah, you played for India under 14 and then later on also under 21, 23. So you are a national figure. Now you have to come at the topmost tier of the game.
That's my biggest dream. When I came from London, it was always my dream to wear the national team jersey, playing for my country, and I hope I'll soon wear the national team jersey. So for that, I have to be consistent to play, and as coach said, he always believes in me, and I know
I think he believed more now with all of you. And that belief, I think, has brought out something more.
Yeah, that's the word. Like, when I was speaking to the players, Odisha players, they told me, like, they never got that confidence to play, like, freely. And under him, like, we all were like free players. We could
Is
do
it
whatever.
because he's also young? At 40 plus, he's young. You are 24. I think that combination gelled very well.
Gelled, and the thing is, like, he understands football. His tactics.
He's a great player.
Yeah,
Played for Dempos. I have watched him play for Dempos for so many years.
Yeah, and he understands players, and the most important thing is he knows when a player is down and to how to get him up, and that's the most important thing. whenever you have the belief from the coach, you can perform at any level.
Yes,
I-
and actually you had been taken to London by your parents, your mother, and I don't think so your mother wanted you to play football, but then you had a different idea.
Yeah, as a child, I grew up watching him and other players like Climax and other players. But for me, like they were Clifford, Climax, Mickey, and other players. So it was always my dream. Whenever I used to watch them in the stadium, they were playing for Dempo, and I still remember he had given me one shoes of pair like long back when it was young. I still have it at home.
Is it?
Yeah, I wore and I still have it orange color. But that was a time like I thought football was easy. But as I was growing, it's difficult. You have to be focused, you have to be regular and everything. But when my mom told me you won't make it, like she was scared, because there was no family of us in Goa. But I had that belief in me, and Coach Ibn Miskita, he helped me to grow when I came to Goa. And then I was with Clifford, coach in the dev team, and then Derek, coach, everyone. But for me, like in this development of mine, he has a big role.
Yes, and,
Yes.
and I think he is the inspiring figure for you.
Yes, definitely. He
What is that special thing which he has? He doesn't want to tell us, but there must be some diamond-like thing which attracts everybody.
like the approach towards the players, how he understands football. The most important, he played football at the national, international level, and he knows like he was a player once, and he understands everything like what a player can go through, and how would I say it? Like it is like when you have the belief from the coaching staff towards the player can shine high. That's it.
Coach Clifford, do you mean to say that you have to develop your also mental capacities and raise the capabilities to play also better football?
In terms of players, yes, of course, because football is not just physical; is also a lot more mental. For example, one of the things I will say is you said that the team did not perform very well under the previous coach, and they played a little more better and won a trophy when I was the thing. Well, it's not magic. The only thing is sometimes because I myself was a player, so you can understand more better the psyche of a player as to the different moments he's feeling that he goes through. And there are moments when the most important thing is confidence. When you give the player the confidence, when the player knows that he has the backing of the coach and the coaching staff, his whole approach changes towards the situation. And there are so many situations in a game of football. So for me, that's the most important. For me, how to prepare the players mentally, and most importantly, how to prepare myself mentally to approach the players. Is one of the keys.
But to do all this in 3 weeks' time, I would say it's almost impossible.
For me, 3 weeks with the players, yes. But for me, I have been doing this as a player. Since as a player, for me, I have, like I said, for me, nothing comes easy to us, and all people who have made it big, and of course, my dream is to make it big, but nothing will come easy. We have to work. There'll be so many disappointments, but we have to work. And for me, like I said, it is not just 3 weeks. It is the preparation before what I have been doing as a player, then as a coach. It's my 5th year in coaching, and it's not just 3 weeks. It's the preparation from the 5 years, and what I had played before,
Also.
which helped me, and which will help me into how I integrate a group of players, not just 11, but integrate the right things into a group of say 25 players that I had at my disposal.
Princeton, you played for Vasco, then Sporting also you were there, then you were with FC Goa, Indian Arrows also. How was your experience with Indian Arrows?
For me, that time I was with FC Goa, and I went to play on loan for I-League with Indian Arrows. For me, it was a process. There were like World Cup team players in the team, and for me, like the coach wanted me. Coach Matos was there that time, so he wanted me, and he called me. He was like, "I want you to come and play last few games." So So then I went over there. It was a good process, but I feel now the football is changed. It's more of a with the ball. So at that time, the coach, he helped us a lot, like to play at the international level. He was there with us for India under 19. But now it's like a different thing. You play more with the ball, like the build up and all. You might have seen the games which we played. It was like more of a build up. So I think it's like Matos was a good, but he was more of a direct football coach. But now with Clifford, it's like
It's a different, thought process.
Yeah, it's like.
And is it more modern now?
Modern meaning it's difficult to play from the back, but it's a risk, but we take the risk because we learn a lot from him. Like we train in these 3 weeks. It was like, because the other coach which we had previous, it was difficult to process, like turn into a back four, like how to say, like a build up. But with him, he gave us the confidence to build up from the back.
Because the build up is basically almost on you, because you are the midfielder and you are attacking midfielder. So to have that energy, that concentration and that power, it must be something superb that you have.
It's like, it's like when you play with the ball, I like to play with the ball, more with the ball. Like I like to drop in, receive, turn, play my ball. But when you have the support from other staff and other coaches like Clifford, it's like more easy for you to, when you get that confidence and believe, it's more kind of easy.
And how have you adjusted being in Orissa? You left home in Goa and a different setup there. Did you adjust well?
For me, it was very difficult at the beginning. After playing in Goa for 6 years with FC Goa and suddenly going to Orissa. But I felt like first it was very difficult. I went there, I was sick and all, but I had Clifford with me. I was very sick when I went to Orissa. I missed the Hero ISL fully. Then it was very difficult. I didn't play a single match over there. But then in the Super Cup, it was very different. I played all the matches and he supported me in that. And for me now, my confidence is much more higher from what it was when I was not playing.
Yeah. Do you think you will rise up to a very high level?
That's what I want, and I'll work very hard
You'll
for
work.
that. Yeah.
You will reach the top. I am sure. And if you have got your mentor,
No, I'm sure he will. For
He
me,
will.
it's not because he's sitting here and things like that, but for me, is one of the, if not the best player in terms of tactical understanding. He understands the game so well. Even when we have the ball, even when the open, I don't get details of football, but like I said, for me, tactically, he understands the game better than anyone else.
You won the Hero Cup, and people said, "Wow, Clifford has done it." And then you had a game in very short time, and people said, "So yeah, was it a fluke from Clifford?" You played, and people said, "Nah, त्या कित तरी असतो तेका कित तरी तेणे दाखयला आनी कित तरी तेकोडे आहा." That is the belief that you have now given to all the football people.
Like I say, but that is the thing. It's not just me alone. Like I keep repeating every now and then. It's the players as well. Because it's easy to drop after you win the final. It was like when we reached the semi-final, the first semi-final Odisha has ever reached. When we reached the finals, is the first finals Odisha has ever reached. When we won the final, is the first final Odisha has ever won. And then it is easy and it is normal for the players to drop their guard and bask in the glory and celebrate. But we had only one day. The next day we had off. We celebrated, and then the next day, the day after, we had to prepare ourselves for the game against.
And you had very short time.
Yeah, just 2 days of training. That is like 1 day of training. Actually, 1 day of training, not even 2 days, because the second day, the third day after the game was also a recovery day. So it was just 1 day of training. And like I said, for the players, it was very easy to drop their shoulders and think,
normally,
okay,
normally that's what is seen.
This is normal. But for me, it was key for the players to realize and to make the players realize that, look, we have won something, but there's something more important in front of us, and we need to rise to this occasion. And if we drop our intensity, if we drop our approach, if we change our approach, if we are not in the same level what we were in the last 5 games, we will suffer, because we were playing against a team from the home state. We were playing against a team who was better acclimatized to the climate, to the surrounding, to the environment than us because they
Yeah,
have
but
played.
they are from
They are
there.
player from
Yeah,
Kerala and they have
yeah.
played all their games there. So for it was a good opponent. You know, they are there on the basis of winning 20 games or playing 20 games to have a chance to play in the playoff. Whereas we only 5 games.
Actually, I would rate your second game where
Is
you
more
qualified
because it's
much
like,
more.
because the second game, like I said, more than tactics and more than belief, it was the character that what we showed. You know, because like I said, it was easy for us to drop our shoulders and think, okay, we have won, or like bask in the glory. But the players, for me, the players rose to the occasion. You know, the players were like, they realized that okay, we have something special to achieve. Yes.
Princeton took a final. Agod Lagloli, was it tough, or the qualification match was?
See, basically, like this was my second Super Cup with the Orissa, and when we were playing with Bengaluru, we all knew they were tough opponents,
Yes.
and they were favorites to win. But we had that belief that if with the whole team we can make it, and we had a plan. He had a plan, and we stick to the plan, and we made it happen.
So all of you went according to his plan.
Yes.
I think that was the
Yes,
success.
yes.
So that was the team spirit,
Yes.
that confidence.
Yes, even when we were 2-0 in the halftime, it was easy for us to like play casually. But in the second half, he came with another plan. So we stick to the plan and we made it happen.
He is a different type of a coach. Don't
Yeah.
you think so?
Yeah, he understands the game well. That's the biggest point.
Yeah. And Clifford, what are your plans next? I know your contract with Odisha runs up to 30th of June. Of course, I know you will not tell us what exactly. Keep it a secret for you. But you have sent us a message that Odisha, where there is no football, there are no so many clubs, you have made some big name and you have projected Odisha as football leading champions.
Like I said, as you said that my contract is up till the 30th of June. I really don't know what I'm going to do next season. Of course, the aim is, for me, the aim is to be a head coach. That is the aim, and that is the ambition, you know, and that is the ambition that that is the direction that I will go. I will keep working on it. Whether it happens this year, next year, or the year after, or the 2 years later, I don't know. But for sure, that is my ambition, to be a head coach. Like I said, it's been a long season for me, around 10 months away from the family. I have a young family.
You are married?
Yeah.
So you left your wife here or you took her also?
No, my wife is a teacher, so.
Is it?
Yeah,
So she couldn't be
no,
with you?
she could not be. Besides, I have.
And children?
3 kids.
3 kids.
Three
So they all must be missing you.
Yeah, they were missing.
Princeton tu mora. Tu eklo mora.
Buena.
Buena. Ani mai
Mummy and daddy by Rasada.
daddy by Rasada. So
Yeah.
less problem. But for him,
Yeah,
you made a big sacrifice.
Yeah, but this is part of. It's my family who made the sacrifice. I would say, not
Yes.
me. For me, it was easy to go, but it's my wife and my mother and my.
Your
family,
wife is teaching in which school?
Maidos Pops,
Mind show in Nuvem.
Nuvem, yeah.
In Nuvem. Okay, close by. Yeah.
close by.
And
So
your kids are going to school also.
my kids, 2 of them are going to school. The third one is just 2 years old.
Is it? So they must have missed you
Yeah.
terribly.
My daughters especially missed me a lot.
Yeah.
They missed me a lot.
Well, and then you want to say you want to be a head coach somewhere.
Yeah,
so
so
your future is in coaching clubs. And
That-
clubs maybe now at ISL level.
that not necessarily ISL level. Of course, yeah, in the end, I don't want to limit myself to be just being an ISL head coach. Okay, one day I will want to, but like I said, I want to be a head coach, and if I just restrict and limit my dreams to being in India, then I will it will not be fair on my part as to what work I'm doing. You know, for me, I will love to be a head coach. I will love to rise as much as I can. Possibly, I don't know, maybe out of India, Asia, Europe, I don't know, but I will strive to work hard to get to the maximum that I can, because like I said, you can only play football once. I keep telling him, and once you leave football, you can never play back again.
No.
And then same way, you can only coach once, and once you retire from football, it is from coaching, it is very difficult to get in touch with the latest happenings that happen in football, you know, and then people say you're too old and you are out of touch. So like I said, as long as I keep coaching, I'll strive to work hard and try to coach in the best places that I could.
Princeton, you have played earlier and you have played now at the topmost level. What do you think is the progress that you have seen for the last so many years in Indian football?
See, for me, like when I was young, I was with FC Goa. I saw myself grow here, and now I'm playing at the highest level in India. So it's like a process which more I can say is with the ball. You know, most of the teams try to play with the ball, and now it's become like the most important thing in football. Even like some teams are there, they play direct football, but I prefer like playing more with the ball. And now it's like even in the national team, maybe they'll start to play with the ball, but I prefer to play with the ball.
So that is your final aim, is to be in the senior national team.
Yeah, you never know what can happen. So basically, yeah, but I want to play for the national team.
What is your message for Goan clubs and Goan football?
Message simple, we were once a dominating force in Indian football, and I hope we go back to even we climb even more further heights. Right now we are good, but I hope we can be better than what we once were.
आणि तुगेले एडवाइस कितें ने भुरग्यां पळयता आनी फुटबॉल खेळटाय तुगे एडवाइस कितें?
It's simple. Keep working hard, no matter what. There will be like many difficulties in your way. There will be people who will let you down, but you have to believe in yourself and keep working, no matter what. Keep God first and move ahead. That's it.
Do you pray?
Yeah.
You believe
always,
that
yeah.
you believe that in this victory God also has helped you?
Yes, definitely.
Coach, you also have the same philosophy?
Yeah.
Yes. So I think there's a bright future for both of you. May your dreams come true as fast as possible of being a head coach of a great team. You have to wait for 1 year. So you have to prove yourself still more. And I think with the confidence that both of you have, you'll scale greater and bigger heights. We wish you all the best for the future in football. Thank you very much for having come all the way from Betalbati. So came from Betalbati and you made it possible to be here with us. Thank you very much. God bless you, and I'm sure God will take you still at a higher level. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Clifford,
Thank you.
thank you, Prince.
Thank you.
Thank you.